Stop texting your ex and do this instead. Cold truth. You've been double texting on iMessage, watching her Instagram stories from a rooftop in Brooklyn while she's laughing with some new guy in a Yankees cap. You begged, you explained, you sent novels at 2 a.m. And she left you on read, maybe even blocked you on Snapchat. Your boys in Austin saw the post. Your coworker in Chicago noticed you're off your game, and the respect in the room slid off you like cheap cologne. That sting in your chest? That's the price of chasing. A man who begs forfeits power. In this house, we don't forfeit. Here's the move. You don't send paragraphs. You send distance. You don't argue. You upgrade. This video is the playbook. I'm going to walk you through a no-contact protocol with teeth. Not that soft, maybe she'll miss me fantasy. We'll rebuild your frame around mission, body, money, purpose, so your calendar is louder than your feelings. We'll reset your digital footprint. Turn social proof in your favor without looking try hard, and I'll hand you the exact responses if she resurfaces during the NBA season like nothing happened. The logic is simple. Scarcity, standards, status. When a man becomes rare and resolute, the room recalibrates. Her, your friends, and most importantly, you. Before we dive in, handle your business. Hit subscribe now. In the first pinned comment, I dropped a bonus guide to go deeper. A checklist and scripts to run no contact the American way. Clean, cold, effective. Because the next 5 minutes decide whether you keep bleeding or you harden into the man who never has to beg again. Question is, when her name lights up your phone after you go silent, do you answer or make the world wait? You make the world wait. Not to be petty, because policy beats impulse. The weak man grabs the phone. The man in command lets it buzz into silence, then turns back to his mission like the call never had jurisdiction over his time. That's where the bleeding stops. But here's the truth. Most won't tell you. You don't just go quiet. You go sovereign. You cut the surveillance. No more circling her block in Silver Lake. No more just checking who liked her brunch photo in Miami. No more replaying her TikTok with the dog she rescued last week. You end the begging. No more novels on iMessage at 2:11 a.m. No more flowers at her office on Madison. No more voice notes explaining your heart like a defendant. You refuse the humiliation. No surprise drop-offs. No buying concert tickets because you always loved the 1975. No apologies for things you didn't do just to get back in the room. You stopped the bottle bravado. No whiskey-fueled Hail Mary from a bar in Nashville. No, you up? From a rideshare on the FDR. No drunk confessions that give her the high ground. And you burn the friend mask. No, I'll be there for you babysitting her cat. No texting about her new apartment in Austin. No consulting on her Hinge dates like you got demoted to HR. A man who barters his pride for crumbs signs a lifetime lease in the friend zone. Not in this house. No contact is not a sulk. It's an audit. You reclaim your calendar. Dawn lifts over the city and you're already moving. 6 a.m. iron in a Queens gym. A run along the Embarcadero. A cold shower in a Denver high-rise before the market opens. You fix the money leaks, cancel the subscriptions, renegotiate the car note, pick up the overtime shift at FedEx in Phoenix, set an auto transfer that hits your investment account like clockwork. You treat your body like a contract. Discipline is the signature. Then you clean the digital skin. You archive the couple photos quietly. You unfollow without an announcement. You mute her stories and her new guy's Yankees cap so your day isn't hostage to their feed. Your bio stops begging for attention. Your grid stops thirsting. You stop commenting flames. You start documenting process, sweat, craft, competence. Not a highlight reel, a standard. Most men sabotage the comeback with noise. They throw a party for the void. They post from rooftops and tag nightclubs in Dallas like a neon sign that reads, "Please notice me." That's not status. That's a flare. Restraint is the flex. Post twice a week. Clean, cold, congruent. A quiet dinner in Little Italy with friends who build. A clip of you lining up a deadlift PR, a book on your nightstand that isn't a meme. Let them feel the gravity, not the grovel. But what about the itch? The urge to check her location? The late-night impulse to fire off that one perfect line? That itch is withdrawal, from validation, from routine, from the illusion of control. You don't scratch it, you replace it. New gym at 6, jiu-jitsu at 7:30 in Houston, Spanish class on Tuesdays, volunteer on Saturdays in Detroit. You stack your hours so high that your feelings have to wait in the lobby. Mission eats emotion for breakfast. Let me show you a man who did this right. Marcus, EMT out of Philly, regular guy. Wakes up to a text, "We're not working, I need space," after 3 years and a promise ring he bought in Jersey. He panicked. He drove to her place in Fishtown, knocked until the porch light died. He sent paragraphs, then poems, then silence on the other side of the read receipt. He hit Jameson on a Monday, then hit send. She screenshotted it to her group chat. The humiliation punched a hole in his chest. That week, he went dark. Not bitter, clean. He deleted her thread. He dropped Instagram for 30 days. He joined a Muay Thai gym in South Philly and threw his confusion into the pads. Overtime on the ambulance, picked up a certification, asked for the rough shifts nobody wanted. He bought 3 black tees that fit, shaved the patchy beard, cut his hair sharp. He posted once, him and the crew loading equipment at 5:12 a.m., sunrise washing the city. No caption. 8 weeks later, he's 10 pounds leaner, bank account up, sleep clean. She reached out during the finals. "Saw your post, proud of you, maybe we could catch up." He didn't gloat. He didn't punish. He answered with composure that felt like a locked door. "Hope you're well, heads down with shifts." Period, no invitation. He went back to mitt work. By Thanksgiving, new assignment, new apartment, new circle. The old story, too far behind to follow. She didn't leave. He outgrew. Why did Marcus win? Because he lived by codes that don't blink. Silence is leverage. Distance creates respect. Mission outranks emotion. No negotiation after rejection. Scarcity is policy, not mood. Read that again without moving your mouth. These are not quotes for your notes app. They are the guardrails that keep you from driving off a cliff at midnight because nostalgia handed you the wheel. You might ask, but what if she bumps into me at Whole Foods on Fairfax? What if she calls during Game 7? What if her best friend slides into my DMs just to check in? Good. Pressure reveals your frame. Your eyes will want to soften. Your mouth will want to explain. You won't. Your voice stays low, your words are short, your schedule is real. There is a line you'll use that puts the past in a glass case. Polite, definitive, no kerosene. I'll hand you that sentence when we land this plane. For now, understand, engagement without leadership is surrender. Reset your environment. Your place cannot be a shrine to what left. Wash the sheets, box the memories, move the furniture. New cologne that doesn't smell like last summer in Montauk. Cook your own meals for 30 days, steak on cast iron, eggs at sunrise, black coffee, no Postmates at 1 a.m. Replace doom scrolls with reps. Replace TikTok with a book and a timer. Replace nightcaps with water and a walk. Your nervous system learns who its owner is. You're thinking about social proof. You should be, but you won't rent a Lambo in Vegas or flex a borrowed watch. Real proof is third-party and organic. Let other people tag you in the arena. Your boy filming your last set at Equinox in Dallas. Your sister catching you teaching your nephew a jump shot in Atlanta. Your manager shouting you out on Slack for closing the quarter. Substance attracts, spectacle repels. The room recalibrates when you do, she'll feel it. Your friends will mirror it. Your boss will reward it. And the next woman won't recognize the man you used to be. Some of you will say, but what if I still want her back? That's the wrong frame. You don't want her back, you want your power back. When you raise your standard, reality chooses for you. Either she returns to a higher bar or she fades in the rear view like streetlights on I-95. And if she reappears with tests, let's see where it goes. I'm not ready for labels. Can we take it slow? You won't argue. You'll enforce. The response isn't aggression. It's clarity. And clarity is expensive. Most men can't afford it. You will. Ask yourself, if she walked into your life tonight, would you be proud of the furniture, the discipline, the bank, the eye contact? Or would you be trying to sell her a version of you that only exists in your head? Be the man whose silence has weight. Be the man whose time has a waiting list. Be the man who doesn't need to be chosen to move like a choice. When you do, the city feels smaller, the noise gets quieter, and your phone becomes a tool, not a leash. There's a moment coming when her name will light up again. Maybe it's after a story you didn't post to get her attention. Maybe it's when a mutual friend says you've changed. Maybe it's a holiday and nostalgia gets loud. Your instinct will flicker. Answer, ignore, meet up, pay attention. The next words out of your mouth either reopen the wound or seal it for good. In the final act, I'm going to give you the exact phrasing, the calibrated tone, and the consequence tree that follows, so there's no guesswork, no backslide, no drama. Stay with me. The verdict is coming, and when it drops, it won't be a conversation. It will be a sentence. Here's the sentence. Hope you're well. I'm not available to reopen that chapter. Take care. Delivered calm, no kerosene. Then you go back to work like the call had no jurisdiction over your time. If she sends a casual hey or we should catch up, hope you're well, I'm focused, no meetups. Period. If she floats tests, let's see where it goes. I'm not ready for labels. I don't do half measures, wishing you the best. Period. If she says she wants back in but stays vague. If you mean full reconciliation, be direct and specific. If not, I'm out. Period. If, and only if, she brings accountability and a plan. One controlled window. Thursday 6 p.m., coffee at Blue Bottle on 3rd. 45 minutes. After that, consistency decides. No overnights, no intimacy, no negotiation. One chance to show, not tell. Your voice stays low. Your words stay short. Your schedule stays real. Read the codes again without moving your mouth. Silence is leverage. Distance commands respect. Mission outranks emotion. No negotiation after rejection. Scarcity is policy, not mood. Restraint is status. Standards over nostalgia. Presence over performance. Frame over feelings. Action over argument. You cut the surveillance. You end the begging. You refuse humiliation. You stop the bottle bravado. You burn the friend mask. You audit the body, the bank, the calendar. You clean the digital skin. You document process, not thirst. The room recalibrates because you did. The itch will come. You won't scratch it. You replace it. Iron at 6. Rounds at 7:30. Spanish on Tuesday. Volunteer on Saturday. Books over doom scrolls. Steak over Postmates. Water over whiskey. Walks over nightcaps. Your nervous system learns who its owner is. Social proof, not spectacle. Let other people tag the work. Third party, organic. Your sister at the cookout in Atlanta. Your boy filming your last set in Dallas. Your manager shouting you out on Slack. Real gravity, no flares. And if she pops up at Whole Foods on Fairfax or calls during Game 7, eyes steady, jaw relaxed. Hope you're good. Then you exit like a man who's already late to his life. You are polite, definitive, unavailable. Not bitter, sovereign. You still thinking you want her back? Wrong frame. You want your power back. Raise the standard and reality chooses for you. She returns to a higher bar or fades like taillights on I-95. Either way, you don't chase. You don't explain. You don't beg. In this house, we don't forfeit. Look in the mirror tonight. Are you the man whose phone is a leash or a tool? Would you hire you? Would you follow you? If she walked in right now, would the apartment, the bank, the posture speak for you? Or would you be selling a fantasy you still haven't built? If this hit a nerve, handle your business. Subscribe now, hit like, and drop sovereign in the comments with the one habit you're cutting for the next 30 days. I'll be in there choosing one of you for a private audit of your no-contact protocol. Clean, cold, effective. One word to etch into your day like a commandment. Sovereignty. The verdict is final. Move like it.